Good morning, everybody. It is such a beautiful morning. This morning, I'm not going to have my face on camera because I'm going to be honest with you. I look kind of like a troll. I'm having some type of allergic reaction, and it's not pretty on my face, so you're going to get my garden today. I'll walk over to the raspberries. We are getting all sorts of new bundles on here. I thought it was winding down for the year, but it looks like it's just amping up, and those first few bunches we got were just getting started. Ooh, we caught a bee. How pretty. But we got bundles on almost every branch. Like every single one, we got bundles on here. Like, I think we're gonna get lots of raspberries, which I'm excited for because we haven't gotten more than a few handfuls off of these bushes since we put them in. And I did something. Okay, as you know, I've had these tomato transplants on my deck that have been sitting in cups practically on their deathbed that I haven't done anything with, so I decided to go willy-nilly, and I don't know if you can see. I didn't till, I didn't fertilize, I didn't mulch, I didn't worry about spacing or anything at all. There's 6 tomato plants. I don't know what they are. Hi, Zozo. Hi, Alicia. And they are just going to grow, and it's an experiment, and we're going to see what happens. I figured it was better than letting them die. So, crazy fern bush from the asparagus. Can't even see in there anymore. Okay, so out with me, I brought my notebook, which tells me what all these plants are, since the tomatoes are practically the only ones that I actually know what they are. Okay, but we have lots of tomatoes, you guys. They're all getting kind of big already. It's exciting. Look at these ones. Okay, these two here are David Davidsons. They're a medium globe tomato they're kind of like a peachy orange. And these two, I'm not sure. We do have some tomatoes on here. I'm not seeing any on the one. Oop, yep, there is. Okay, little ones. These ones are Wapsidian peach. And these ones are actually furry like a peach. And they're kind of sweet and mild. So I'm really excited. These are some cool varieties. I was just telling Jimmy's dad the other day that he started growing some tomatoes a few years back, and he was telling me about all these varieties, and I laughed at him and I said, well, what's the difference? A tomato's a tomato, right? I just laugh now because I have 14 varieties of tomatoes and they're all so different, and just how little I knew just a few years ago. It just blows my mind. Okay, these last ones here on this row, I'm not sure if we got any tomatoes, just flowers. These are the gold medals, very large, orangish yellow tomatoes. In the front here, these two are the evergreens. These are actually green when they are ripe, which we don't have any yet, but we got some flower action going on. These ones, ooh, this is the big tomato. Okay, you see this. It's probably about the size of my palm. These ones are the Kellogg's Breakfast, which these are giant yellowish orange tomatoes. And these ones in the back. Oh, we do have tomatoes on these ones. These are black crims, so these are going to be a dark, deep black color. Okay, so before I go into the rest of the tomatoes, these cucumbers, some of them look healthy, some of them don't. They're not producing very well. It's kind of a bust this year. So I'll show you when we go up on the deck, but I did start some new ones by seed, so we'll see if those grow any better. Morning, Whit. I know, yummy, right? Okay, I'm going to go to these other tomatoes. We got, these ones are black cherry tomatoes. We got a couple starting here, you can see. These ones in the middle are Dr. White Cheese. Big yellow tomato there too. And these two. And we got, these ones are white cherry tomatoes. We got little ones starting here. On this side. These ones I don't see any tomatoes yet, but these ones are the Beams yellow pear. Oh, actually, those are in the back. These are the Dester tomatoes, which these are like a pinkish tomato. And then these are the Beams yellow pear. Yep, we do have some on here. So almost all of our plants have tomatoes. And then that big one, I'm so excited for it. Hopefully they'll start ripening soon. We got these Brussels sprouts. I'm not sure. I don't think. Nope, they're not growing yet. They usually grow right up the sides of the stalk here. But as they continue to grow, we'll just break off these leaves to make room for them to grow up the stalk and help them get taller and eat these greens because they are good. We have all sorts of flower action going on these. These are the peppers. Seems like we got a little mushroom extravaganza going on here. Must be trying to break down this topsoil I laid down. There seem to be everywhere. But I'm not seeing any fruit yet, but just lots of flowers. I'm kind of looking around, see if I missed anything. Nope, just lots of flowers, so hopefully those will set soon. We got the sunflowers. They're probably almost, the tallest one's like almost 3 feet, I think. Just waiting for those. I thought they would have grown a little bit faster, but I guess you learn as you go. Been trying to get these weeds down, but beans are just thriving. This whole trellis, you can't even barely see it anymore. It's just taken off, and it's like sticking. You can see it. It's sticking right up in the air, and it was literally touching the ground already. So what I did is I tied a string from the trellis to the tree, and you can see, I mean, it's full force growing down this string, and it's going to probably climb all the way up these trees. So we'll see just how far it grows. I've been picking beans steady off of both of these bunches of beans. I finally got my kale pruned up and thinned out. They're so pretty. The purple and the curled edges of the leaves. You got the cabbage plants. And by the time these radishes are done, these cabbage plants will just be getting bigger, so they'll have more room. They won't be as crowded next to these radishes here. So I've been putting this off. I'm so sad, you guys. The other day, I went over my aphid problem last week. There's a big bare spot in my garden now. All these radishes I had to rip out. The aphids were seriously out of control. The plants were tiny and yellow and full of holes, and there was just no turning back. So I ripped them all out, and I sprayed off any of the remaining leaves, pruned them all up, and they're looking good. Got some nice airflow going through here now, and they'll hopefully start growing better. Roots are starting to swell. Finally. Been waiting forever for that. I'm surprised these things are still alive in the corner over here. See if I can figure out where they're coming in. Oop, we disconnected for a second. Oop, popping stuff on the ground. Thank you, Rachel. Ooh, I'm gonna eat that. It's almost like a pineapple-y taste. It's very strange. Ever since I weeded and topsoiled these carrots, they are just... Apparently I have poor connection, guys. It keeps disconnecting on me. But I'm gonna go ahead and climb out of here, and I'm gonna bring you up on the deck. And if there's any comments that I missed, you guys, I always go back and double check them at the end. It's hard for me to split my time between my screen and my garden. All right, I left my coffee up here. I'm gonna take a drink because it looks good. Okay, so these are the plants that we started by seed. They're looking a little tippy. The stems aren't very strong. I moved them outside so they'd get more wind and rain action. It's starting to not be as hot, which I have them underneath this umbrella here. when it's really, really hot so they're not cooking in the sun, because they are cool weather crops. And I'm not sure. My lemon thyme is barely hanging on. I'm not sure what I did there. And you can see these are leeks. I bought them in the grocery store and I cut it off, and they are growing new roots and new leeks. I'm not sure if these are sprouting roots yet, but you can see right here there's new growth. And this is a celery. And here you can see new growth on the sides. This is a bok choy. So you don't even need to have a garden or anything. You can just buy stuff from the grocery store and sprout it and regrow your own in a bowl of water. That's totally how I plan on doing that. So it's pretty neat. I think it's cool it's making 2 of them. Double for the price of 1. All right. And I'm not going to sit and flip through these, but Jimmy's dad let me look through these. This is one from last year. This is where I get most of my seeds. But he also gave me Baker's Creek. Check out that picture. That enough is alone to just get me excited. And I know Jess at Roots and Refuge Farm uses Baker Creek seeds a lot, and I'm always watching her videos, so it'll be exciting to grow some of what she's got going on there too. Okay, I'm gonna walk over here with you. Say hello to Henry. These herbs have just been growing insane. This lemon balm was literally like a bush like this yesterday, and I clipped all of it down, and I made some amazing tea. It tastes just like it smells, you guys. It's amazing. Got some more mushroom farming going on here. All between all the baby basil. Oh my gosh, these mushrooms are nuts today. They're everywhere. These ones are not labeled, but I'm curious because these ones I've been waiting on forever. They have that pear shape, but these ones next to it, oop, let me see, barely. They're also pear shaped, and I don't know if they're the same plant or if they cross-pollinated. I'm not exactly sure, but we'll see when they get ripe. My pepper plant here, someone must have pulled the flower off, probably my kids. But it's looking nice and healthy. We still got steady bean growth here on the plant. Lots of beans. I'm glad I didn't pluck that plant out because I was totally going to. Potatoes. And all the pepper plants that I started by seed, I finally got into pots. And they're just beautiful looking, and they're taking off. They are growing so much faster than my other pepper plants did, so I'm very, very hopeful that these will turn out better. And in that lonely little pot right there, I started 3 different varieties of cucumbers. I'm not even sure which ones, honestly. I just grabbed 3 of my packets and threw them in. I figured it was better than not having any cucumbers at all because my other ones didn't turn out, so. Well, I think that's it for today, you guys. Just keep learning.